So majority of our work is on a temporary base, so high volume and fast pace, day-to-day relief staff for childcare services and schools and before and after school care services to make sure that the staff is at those places looking after the children. And on top of that, we also do the perm side. So a lot of our consultants are what we call either temp or perm consultants, and a few of them have a dual role where they look after the whole scope. In our business, being a high volume and fast paced sector, as well as living in a country such as Australia, which is really, really big, we obviously have the challenge of reaching a lot of people a bit further away and 24/7 if we can as well. So what we really try to address with VideoMyJob is to put our human forward philosophy into our day-to-day work. So an advertisement is just an advertisement. It can be well written or not so well written, but obviously if we can add a video into that, we can put the personal touch of the consultant in there and also show some great details of the role that we are advertising for. So some footage of the school or the childcare facility that we are recruiting for. But on the same site, we also use it for our high volume recruits, where the consultants are really introducing themselves on a video to our potential new casual staff. So for our consultants within our division, it definitely wasn't an overnight thing where they all of a sudden loved being in a video. So when we first implemented VideoMyJob within Randstad Education, we definitely had some discussions around being on a video, being on a screen and putting yourself out there. So I think, first of all, we had some in-depth training. So the guys from VideoMyJob actually came out on multiple occasions to train the staff on how to use the app, how to position yourself, what would be a good spot to video, and some simple techniques to actually look great on screen, because I think everyone wants to look good when they put themselves on a video. And then it was really adopted by our director in the first place, but also by the management team, who really all saw the benefits of using videos within our advertisements. So we made it a bit of a mandatory thing to have an advertisement always with a video, either to introduce yourself as a consultant for casual work or to give some more details about the role. The best examples to share are probably the roles where we recruit for regional or remote areas. So we know that it's physically not always possible to go out and meet with those clients or physically meet with all the candidates because they just live so far away. And we have a track record now of where VideoMyJob has sort of closed that gap. We try to tell them the story about, look, it's a great opportunity to introduce yourself to all the candidates that you're already working with, but you haven't had the opportunity to meet with all of them yet. And that's where they really sort of like the tool to introduce themselves. I think that's definitely a good way to sell the tool into them. And last but not least, it's a good branding exercise. I mean, it's nice to see Randstad pop up all over the internet with videos that look really, really good, and to really show how great our consultants are over the ones that work for competitors, and obviously grow our market share.